Welcome back, everyone. Today we're doing a really focused deep dive. We're heading to Southeast Asia, specifically into the world of luxury real estate there.
Yeah, and we're really zeroing in, aren't we? Phuket, Thailand, and even more specifically, the Bang Tao district, which is, well, a real investment hub on the island.
Exactly. This one's for the serious investor listening in, and our information, it comes from some very specific analysis.
It does. We're drawing heavily from a guide by Ocean Worldwide, their luxury real estate agency, actually based right there in Phuket since 2004, so they have a long track record.
Right, and the insights come from people with deep experience, like Sandra O'Neill, the director there. She's apparently helped, thousands of families and investors navigate this market over the years?
That's the context. So the goal today is really to unpack their take on the 2025 market.
Yep. We want to look at the key financial drivers, what's pushing things, then highlight some of the top properties they mention, and crucially, map out the legal side for foreign buyers.
Sounds good. Let's get straight into the market overview then. The numbers are quite telling.
Okay, so the headline finding seems to be that Bang Tao's luxury villa market has really hit, new heights this year, 2025. What's behind that surge?
Well, it's a combination of factors. You've got ongoing infrastructure improvements, which always helps. Plus, lots of tourism investment. But fundamentally, it's scarcity. There's just limited prime land left.
Okay, scarcity. And what kind of price points are we talking about? It must be a wide range.
Oh, it is. Villas can go from around 15 million Thai baht at the entry point, right up to maybe 150 million for like the absolute top-tier beachfront places.
Wow, 15 to 150 million. That's a huge spread. If you're an investor, though, where's the real action, the sweet spot?
Good question. Right now, the most demand, the real heat, is concentrated in that 25 million to 40 million range.
25 to 40 million. Okay. And what do you typically get for that?
Usually that gets you maybe a sea view unit, often within a secure, gated community. Those entry-level ones, the 15 to 25 million, are more likely your standard three-bed pool villas. And the 150 million, that's ultra-luxury. Think sprawling beachfront estates.
And this isn't just about high prices, right? The analysis points to actual growth, real capital gains.
Absolutely. The report flags pretty steady capital appreciation, somewhere in the range of 6 to 9% per year.
6 to 9%. That's significant.
It is. And it's largely underpinned by those strict zoning rules, especially near the coast. They basically limit how much new supply can come online in the best spots. Land scarcity again.
Okay. And we've heard about increased international interest in Phuket generally. How's that playing out specifically in Bang Tao?
Oh, hugely. There's been a noticeable spike in demand from buyers from China, Russia, and parts of Europe. A lot of that seems driven by favorable exchange rates against the baht, making it, relatively cheaper for them.
And you have data on that.
The recent sales figures really highlight it. In Q1 2025, year-on-year villa sales in Bang Tao jumped by 18%.
18%? Wow.
Yeah, 18%. Compare that to the overall Phuket market growth, which was around 11%. So Bang Tao is clearly outpacing the rest of the island. It's really driving that growth story.
Okay, that 18% figure really underscores why we're focusing here. So sticking with that sweet spot, the 25 to 40 million range, what are the key developments, the names investors should know?
Right. Concrete examples always help. The analysis highlights 5 key estates known for quality and, importantly, investment potential.
Let's start with the one everyone knows, Laguna Phuket.
Yeah, Laguna's the big one. It's massive. Prices there span a huge range, too, maybe 22 million up to 120 million. It's this enormous 1,000-acre integrated resort community. You've got the golf course, spas, everything.
And the investment angle there.
A big part of it is the Banyan Tree rental management program. So you're buying into a system with established sort of world-class management already in place. Very turnkey.
Okay. Next up, Botanica. That name pops up a lot, especially with expats, it seems.
Botanica Bang Tao, yeah. They're generally priced between 25 million and 60 million. Their signature is this Bimini's-inspired tropical style, often large plots, custom layouts possible, and yes, very popular with expat investors, known for delivering strong ROI.
Right. Then there's Anshan Villas.
Anshan. They sit nicely in that 20 million to 45 million bracket. They focus more on a modern tropical design. They have a really solid resale track record, which gives investors confidence. Plus, location-wise, they're very close to Boat Avenue, which is a popular hub for shopping and dining.
Good location, proven resale. Okay. What about something maybe more focused purely on rental income, perhaps at a slightly lower entry point?
That would likely be Truchata Sky. Price range there is more like 15 million to 30 million. These are really designed and positioned for rental returns, and they're near attractions like Blue Tree Phuket, which helps with family rentals.
Got it. Entry-level income focus. And
Yeah.
finally, at the very top end, Avadina Hills.
Avadina Hills by Anantara. Yeah, this is the peak. 90 million up to 1050 million. We're talking ultra-luxury hillside estates, incredible panoramic views over the Andaman Sea.
And the service matches the price tag, I assume?
Oh, completely. It's aimed at ultra-high net worth individuals. Think private chefs, 247 concierge. It's basically full resort service attached to your private villa, not just a nice house.
Sounds incredible. But, okay, let's bring it back to the investor focus. The bottom line is ROI. What did the numbers look like in 2025, according to this analysis?
The metrics hold up well. You're generally looking at annual net rental yields somewhere between 5% and 8%. Of course, that depends heavily on the specific villa, its location within Bang Tao, and crucially, the quality of the management.
5 to 8% net yield.
Yeah,
Occupancy.
pretty strong, especially in high season, which is roughly November to April. During those months, occupancy rates are consistently hitting 85%, even up to 90% in the prime properties.
High occupancy, solid yields, plus that 6-9% capital appreciation we talked about, it starts to look like a powerful mix.
It is. The source actually gives a specific example.
Oh, yeah. Let's hear it.
They take a typical villa in that sweet spot, say a 25 million, 3-bedroom place. After you account for all the operating costs, property management fees, etc., that kind of property is generating net returns, cash in the bank, of between 1.5 million and 2 million per year.
1.5 to 2 million baht net. And a lot of that can be fairly hands-off for the owner, right?
Yeah.
Especially in places like Laguna or Botanica with those established management services.
That's exactly the appeal for many international investors. It can be a relatively hands-off asset. You get reliable income potential, plus that strong capital growth driven by the limited land supply. Add in the growing expat community, better flight connections. It's appealing.
And it's a big but. There's the legal side. This is often the sticking point, isn't it? Foreigners can't just buy land directly in Thailand.
Correct. That's the fundamental challenge. Direct foreign ownership of freehold land isn't permitted under Thai law. But, and this is key, there are well-established, secure legal structures that thousands of foreign investors use successfully in Bang Tao.
Okay, let's break those down. What's the most common route?
The most common is definitely leasehold. You essentially get a long-term lease on the land, typically for 30 years, registered officially at the land office.
Just 30 years? That doesn't sound very long-term for a major investment.
But it's structured with guaranteed renewal options. The standard structure is 30 years, plus another 30, plus another 30. So a total secured term of up to 90 years.
90 years. Okay, that's different. And this is legally registered.
Yes, registered with the land department. It grants the leaseholder exclusive rights to use the land, build on it, benefit from the property, and crucially, sell or transfer that lease during the entire 90-year period.
What's the main risk with those renewals, the second and third 30-year terms? Is it regulatory changes down the line?
That's the theoretical risk, yes. But reputable developers structure the initial lease agreement very carefully to make these renewals contractually obligated. The real protection comes from doing your homework up front, making sure the developer has a spotless track record and the legal standing to grant those renewals is sound.
Due diligence again. Okay, so leasehold is common. What's the alternative if someone really wants something closer to freehold ownership of the land itself?
That route involves setting up a Thai company freehold structure. Basically, a Thai limited company is registered, and that company owns the freehold title to the land. The foreign investor can then own up to 49% of the shares in that Thai company.
49%, so not majority control. And it sounds more complex.
It is significantly more complex. There are stricter compliance rules, set of costs are higher, there are ongoing annual audits and reporting requirements for the company. It gives you freehold title via the company, but because of the complexity and running costs, it's generally only considered suitable for maybe the highest value properties or very long-term strategic holds.
Okay, two main paths, leasehold being more common. Whichever route you take, due diligence seems paramount. What are the absolute essential checks an investor needs to make?
3 key things. First, and this is non-negotiable, hire qualified legal counsel. You need both a good Thai property lawyer and potentially an international lawyer familiar with these structures. Don't cut corners here.
Right. Number 1, lawyers.
Number 2, verify the land title deed. You absolutely must ensure the developer holds a Shinote title deed, or at the very least, a Norsor 3 Gore. These are the highest, most secure forms of land title in Thailand. They guarantee the ownership and the exact boundaries of the plot. Avoid anything lesser.
Chinook or Norse or Three Gore. Got it.
And number 3,
Number 3, especially if you're looking at property near the beach or in an environmentally sensitive area, check the Environmental Impact Assessment, the EIA. You need to confirm the project has full approval and complies with all environmental regulations. This protects your investment from potential issues later on. Okay, lawyers, title deeds, EIA, check. Very clear. Now, let's circle back to why Bangtao specifically is doing so well, that 18% growth versus 11% elsewhere. What gives it that competitive edge over other popular spots like, say, Kamala, Sarin, or even down south in Rawai?
It boils down to a few distinct advantages, really.
Hmm.
First is the master-developed infrastructure, largely thanks to Laguna Phuket's early and massive investment. It created this sort of self-contained luxury ecosystem. You're not just buying a villa, you're buying into a whole area with international schools, golf, high-end shopping, everything already there.
So it's the maturity and completeness of the area.
Exactly. Stability, convenience. Second is the beach quality itself. Bangtao Beach is huge, over 6 kilometers long. That sheer scale has allowed for development that feels less crowded, more spaced out, more private compared to some of the smaller, potentially overdeveloped bays.
Right, less saturation. And that probably helps rental demand too.
Definitely. That leads to the third point, rental demand. Bangtao commands premium rental rates pretty much year-round. You have that strong resident expat community, plus it's very popular for the work from Thailand, digital nomad crowd, and high-end tourists.
And the fourth advantage?
I'd say regulation and planning. There's generally been a strong focus on maintaining quality, coastal preservation, safety, and adhering to those zoning laws we mentioned. It feels well managed. And finally, a very practical point, proximity.
Ah, the airports.
Yeah, it's only about a 25-minute drive from Phuket International Airport. That's a huge plus for accessibility, both for owners flying in and out and for attracting high-paying rental guests who value convenience.
That definitely makes a strong case. Okay, one last practical point from the source material before we wrap up. It mentions something critical about the money transfer process for foreign buyers.
Yes, the Foreign Exchange Transaction Form, or FET form.
Okay.
This is absolutely crucial. Any money you bring into Thailand to buy a property must be properly documented through a Thai bank using this specific form.
Why is it so important?
Because having that official FET form is the only way to legally guarantee your ability to repatriate funds out of Thailand later on, whether that's rental income, profits from a sale, or your original capital. Without the FET form trail, you could face major hurdles getting your money out legally. So it's a vital step.
Okay, noted. FET form is non-negotiable for moving funds in and, crucially, out. Well, this has been incredibly thorough. It really paints a picture of a market with high appreciation, strong income potential, and, if you navigate it correctly, secure legal frameworks.
I think that's a fair summary.
Mhm.
Bangtao in 2025, based on this analysis, offers this, well, quite unique balance. You've got that 6-9% capital growth potential layered with 5-8% net rental income, plus the undeniable lifestyle appeal. And it's all supported by very high-quality infrastructure. If you do the due diligence, it presents a pretty compelling case.
So, the final thought we want to leave you with today is this. Considering that sharp 18% jump in sales in early 2025, and knowing that prime coastal land supply is legally restricted by zoning, how much longer can investors really count on the current favorable foreign exchange rates before rising demand and shrinking inventory push prices even higher, potentially closing that window of opportunity? Something to think about.
And if this deep dive has sparked your interest, if you're considering exploring Bangtao further, remember this analysis came from the team at Ocean Worldwide. They've been specialists in Phuket luxury property since 2004. You can find out more and start your own research by visiting them at oceanwwp.com.
Great stuff. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. We'll catch you on the next one.